Well, Simon, your under-18 side are, 5 unbeaten now, the most informed side in the division. You must be really pleased with that.
Yeah, we're delighted at the way the lads are performing at this moment in time. We speak to the boys throughout the week around the performance levels. We feel that if we get the right performance, we'll get the result. And fortunate for us at this moment in time, we're matching them both together. We're getting the performance and we're also getting the result. So there's a good atmosphere around the camp at this moment in time, and we're just looking forward to the next games that are approaching and making sure that we can keep putting the performance in to hopefully get the result and the outcome that we want.
One of the results that I've looked at the fixture list, the result list, was a 7-1 win against Vale. That must have been a win that really delighted you in terms of the performance, not conceding many goals, being good defensively, but again offensively, scoring those goals and making it count.
Absolutely. I mean, the message before that game against Port Vale was, it was getting out the blocks straight away in the first 15-20 minutes. Can we really have an impetus to us? Can we play with energy? Can we move the ball quickly? Can we take our chances when we get them? And I think we were 3-0 up in the first 15-20 minutes. So the biggest thing for us, that brought its own challenge as well, because I think it was 5-1 at half time. And obviously we want the players to replicate that in the second half, and we know it can be tough. So the fact that the boys have then gone on and scored another 2 goals and give us an emphatic victory was fantastic. But there's also a lot of learning that comes with that. There's not many opportunities that you do take all your chances that you get in one half of football, and then the development and the understanding of how you've got to go and perform in the second half as well. Those opportunities don't come around very often, and so lots of developing came from that game, and one that we have kicked on from as well. So yeah, it was a positive result for us.
Out of the last 4 games, you won 3 of those by 1 goal. As the gaffer Joey Barton said in his press conference one week, that those are the most important wins, or the wins that really show how you can control games and work the ball well, and it looks like your side are kind of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really pleasing for us, the 1-0 victories. We've played in some tough conditions as well. And I mean, the most important thing for us regarding that was we've taken the lead in the first 25 minutes as well of each of those games. So you've got the remainder of the game to make sure that the lads are focused, they're disciplined, they're making sure that they defend properly, while still trying to create and build on the 1-0. But the mental focus, the attitude, and that big word that's a lot in football at this moment in time, resilience. I think those 1-0 victories are bringing that resilient side to the players, and they're growing in confidence with that as well. So don't get me wrong, there's been some outstanding saves from the goalkeepers in those games to keep it at 1-0, and we've missed opportunities. But to help us move forward, again, all part of the learning and on their footballing journey so far, they've been really effective, those 1-0 victories for us.
You're looking at, like I said, 5 unbeaten, but some of those games haven't been with maybe lucky key players of James Hill and Ryan Rydell, who've been in the first team. Again, going away from that, for them to be in the first team, it's a huge credit to what they've done, and also the coaching staff as well. Yeah,
it's been fantastic for us. I mean, James and Ryan were in over Christmas with the first team set up in and around the games, and it's been great to see them on the bench a couple of times. The pair of them away at Bristol Rovers and away at Rochdale, which was fantastic for them both. And Ryan, he's had a few more opportunities on the bench. It just shows the players in the youth team that there's a pathway there, and if they're doing well, they'll have opportunities to go over and train with the first team, and then it's down to them. We've just got to really keep our focus as a staff with the under-18s to get them into that right place for them, so when they do go across, they can still affect the first team training, which that goes on daily with our 18s, with conversations that we have, with the training sessions, the individual work. We've just got to try and get them into like I say, that right place, that right frame of mind, that they've got the confidence to go out there and affect training.
And I guess when you look at that, it's having that communication with Joey Barton as well, that when he first came in, I know we spoke about before, that youth players, if they perform well, they'll get a chance in the first team. Yes, I know they've maybe not featured in first team games, but for them to be around the squad, like I said, Bristol Rovers, where it's quite, the environment's quite hostile.
Yeah, brilliant.
For them, it's a great learning curve, isn't it, to see that first team training. And I know you've said to me, just getting the bus, a bit rather than time at the train station, it's all important than being a first team footballer. Absolutely,
and they're the opportunities that the players need. They went away, the first team, last week, and they had to get the train down to, I can't remember, where was it out? Was it Wimbledon? Was it Wimbledon? Yeah, so our lads had to make sure little things like getting to the train station on time, making sure they get on the train, staying overnight in a hotel, then performing, well, not necessarily performing, but doing the right things in the morning before the game in case they're going to be involved. It's all part and parcel of their development. So, I've spoke to James and Ryan about their experiences so far, and they've just got to keep being patient, but making sure that they're still doing the right things, both on and off the pitch.
Patience is key, isn't it, really, in football? I guess when you're coming through yourself, you have to wait for the opportunity, but when it does arrive, you've got to be ready then to take that place and be in a position to kind of cement yourself in the first team.
Absolutely, and that's probably the most important thing for Ryan and James this moment in time. They can't get slack with what they're doing. They've got to make sure that they've got their eye on the prize. They want to keep working hard, keep doing the things that have got them to this current situation now. And when they do get the opportunity, I'm sure they'll take it, and they'll really impact, you know, situations, games, whether it's coming off the bench or if they get a start or anything in and around the first team. We feel that they're in a really good place that they can go and impact it. Yeah.
I guess when these players are away, it gives opportunity for younger players, maybe in under 16s, to come up to the under 18s, and you've seen that so far, and those players have thrived in the opportunity, haven't they?
Absolutely, it's just the knock-on effect. It's the knock-on effect. So the two players go and train with the first team. It opens up 2 positions in the under 18s, which we've had young Sam Bird from the under 16s, who's signed a scholarship with us for next season. He's stepped up. He's had a couple of games at right back for us. Akil Raffi and Cian Hayes have both had opportunities to be around the 18s, which again, like what we're speaking about with the first team, having the opportunity to be around the environment, it's the knock-on effect with those. They've got to be around our under 18s environment so they know what they're coming into next year. So yes, there's been opportunities and other opportunities for players to fulfil those positions that have been left by Ryan and James. And you know, we've had Anthony Williams and Jamie Cook playing out of position at centre half, but for their development, playing at the back, and for their overall targets in regards to breaking lines with passes and distribution and stuff like that, they're getting that opportunity regularly playing at the back. So when they eventually step back up into midfield, we feel that with the learning that they've had and the focus that they've had in regards to finding those passes and playing forward quickly and playing with a purpose, you know, we feel that when they do step back up, it's going to be really effective for them and for us as a team.
I guess mentally, knowing as a youngster that you can make that step into the under 18s and then maybe the development squad first team, it's not just the upper age groups that are going to realise this, it's also the youngsters when they come on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that they can see the likes of James Hill progressing. And I guess, like I said, it's a pathway of having players across the academy knowing that one day it could be the first team. Yeah.
Absolutely, it's fantastic, and that's the really good thing about the football club at this moment in time, that the pathway, they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And you look at James, you know, 8-9 months ago, we were still coming here on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday night and playing on a Sundays with the under 16s. So those young players that are in the academy, they'll be able to look up to James and see, well, one thing with James and both Ryan, they work their socks off to get to where they're at. So they know what it takes because they were like that round the under 16s as well. So yeah, it's fantastic that the young players can see the likes of James and Ryan progressing through at this moment in time with the 23s and the first team squad. So, you know, it gives them all hope, and it gives them that drive, that belief that they can, if they work hard and they knuckle down, they've got that opportunity at this football club.
I guess now looking ahead to towards the end of the season, what are your targets for your under 18 squad now?
Yeah, you know, it's just that word consistency. We want to consistently keep putting in good performances, both individually as a team. We work on a lot of stuff on the training ground that's been coming out in games, which is very pleasing. So we'll keep looking to be creative with our patterns of play and keep, you know, giving the players that freedom, especially in the final third, to go and express themselves. So we focus a lot on making sure the performance is right, like I touched upon earlier. So, you know, we've got a big game on Saturday in the under-17s Claret Cup against Huddersfield in the semi-final. So that's going to be a fantastic opportunity for players to try and get to a final in that game. And then we've got some really tough games coming up in the Youth Alliance League with Preston, Bury, Rochdale all approaching, which is going to be a great test for us. But one that we're really looking forward to, because the players need challenging. They need challenging regularly, and all those teams in the Youth Alliance League bring different challenges with that. So it's going to be an exciting last 3-4 months of the season, and one that the players and the coaching staff are all really looking forward to.